I got one, like, I'm not, that trade should not happen. Ben Simmons to Detroit. That should never happen. And it's kind of like karma for me talking so much junk about Ben Simmons, but let me just go down a list of why the Pistons should not even entertain this. Number one, you're losing a good shooter in Jeremy Grant and a great up and coming shooter in Sadiq Bey. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Pistons have bad shooting as is currently. You lose two of your your best shooters, but two of your best shooters for a guy who can't spot up and shoot, nor can he hit his free throws consistently. It's giving Andre Drummond vibes. um, People said he's a star. He's a star. He's an all-star. Boom, 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 boom. Why can't the Pistons win with him? Simple. He won't work on his game. And we don't have good shooters. The same continues to be the problem. Andre Drummond wanted to be this star outside of basketball. He wants to rap. He wants to do magazine covers. He wants to fly out and do these trips because he's got all this money, so on and so forth. That's not the thing, is that you're not training. And then when you come back to train, you're doing stuff that isn't what we want you to do. We wanted you to work on your post game and your free throws. Your defense was and for you to hustle on defense. That's it. He worked on 3-point shooting. People were actually upset that the Pistons didn't give him some big time contract. And I said, thank goodness. Because look what we have now. The Pistons let him go. And in return, here's Cade Cunningham, a future star in the NBA. Here's Killian Hayes, a really good defender who his shooting is off, but he's a really great defender. Here comes Isaiah Stewart, a really good rebounder and offensive rim runner. Even though he's a 4, he's a really good rebounder as well. Who else am I thinking? It's core 4. Oh, and here comes Sadiq Bey, exceptional shooter, exceptional 3-and-D guy. We were going to not have them for Andre Drummond. And weird shooters, Blake Griffin, who didn't want to play for Detroit anyway. And just a bevy of other players that they were just here collecting checks and hoping to go to the Lakers or the Suns now or the Nets who are really good. Like, that's not, like, they were trying to establish a culture. I knew it changed when they let go of Drummond and then they started establishing a culture of really good players. Trading for Ben Simmons, it doesn't kill that culture, but it kind of diminishes it. Diva. He's a diva. He's spoiled. Look what he did all last season. Top seed, pass the ball for dunks. You against Trae Young. Here's Trae Young. You have the open dunk. All you gotta do is dunk. Pass the ball to Maxey. What are you doing? Immature. It's immature. Why would you do that? Then I hear so much noise around his name. The people thought he was faking COVID. He was gonna skip a game in the playoffs to fake that he had COVID because he didn't want to play Atlanta. It's the low scoring or no scoring or choosing not to shoot because you don't want to shoot. And all I've heard all summer was flying with this Instagram model, partying with this Instagram model, doing everything with this Instagram model. Immaturity. What are you doing this for? It's the fact that you're not working on your game, or you're showing off, hey, I can shoot on Instagram, but you're not doing that in the NBA. Immature. Showing up to practice with a phone and pants on. I don't know who does that. Getting kicked out of a practice. Faking mental health issues, which I still think he's doing. I don't think that he really has mental health issues. I think that he's faking that so he doesn't get fined by the team. Because the only reason he came back to the team was for the money. Again, immaturity. Sixers didn't help. They spoiled him. But that's still immature. That's all bad. And you want the Pistons to trade for him? No. No. I was fine with the Bagley trade. If you want to trade for someone, trade for Marvin Bagley. And he's being underutilized in Sacramento, and that was kind of petty that Sacramento played Detroit and they played Bagley. Like, haha, why did you do that? Because you haven't played him all the way up until this time. That's insane. But I digress, and we go back. Ben Simmons should not even be in trade consideration with Detroit. And that would be insane if you pulled that trade off. Why would you do that? And especially for two really good offensive players. That, my friends, is called asinine. Sportslogic.